Southwest Suburban Conference matchup as the Cardinals host the Andover Huskies. Joe Young and Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, just one chance to see this team so far in that season opener against Anoka. They've played a couple since then, hoping here against Andover they can start put a few more pieces together.
Well, they have a couple of losses where a lot of goals were scored against them, and they're hoping to try and reduce that here tonight. Andover, too, they've lost 3 in a row, but they've lost at the hands of the number 2 and the number 9 team in the state. So they've lost to some quality competition. It's going to be a good test for the Cardinals tonight. Yeah,
the Andover Huskies have a lot of talent at all levels. As a matter of fact, led by a freshman, putting up great numbers to start the season.
Yeah, Charlie Schoen, as you said, just a freshman, 4 goals and 3 assists in four games. Pretty good numbers coming out right now. So that's one of the young players that the Huskies look to try and provide a spark offensively. Their inconsistency has been their goaltending and their defense, so that's something the Cardinals can attack.
Well, and for the Cardinals, they need to get more pressure on the offensive end. We saw that against Anoka the other night, and they look to a number of different guys, and tonight we're going to shine the light on Travis Hess.
Yeah, Travis Hess is going to start one of the wings tonight for the Cardinals, and a goal and an assist, Joe. And, you know, you're right. This is something that the Cardinals need. They need to put some pucks in the net, and they're going to try and do it against Andover. Their inconsistent goaltending, they hope that they can get to them early and start to play with a lead here and try and just build from there.
Yeah, and step one is to get the puck into the offensive end for a good, solid part of the first period. We'll see if that mission can be accomplished. Cardinals and the Huskies drop the puck next on CTN.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Just about ready to get this one rocking at the Crick. Cardinals and the Huskies.
That's a
pretty
mullet.
Good rivalry here.
That's a mullet.
That is hockey hair at its finest. Dead center. Hoping to see a good contest. And here's a look at your starting lineups for the Huskies. Christian Ledeen centering Anthony Bannock and Charlie Schoen. Alex Martell and Nolan Forrest will start on the blue line. Blake Johnson, the keeper in the nets. Awesome throwback pads. I love them. Noah Koss centering for the Cardinals. Mike Fredrickson and Travis Hess joining him on the wings. Luke McNulty and Rob Starkey get the start at D. And Ty Hansen is in net for Coon Rapids. And the Cardinals thus far swapping goalies every other game. There's a look at head coach Mark Manny.
Yeah, the Huskies coming off a 6-5 loss to the 2-rated Duluth East Greyhounds up in Duluth. So, granted, it's a loss, but a pretty good game, pretty good competition there. Cardinals going to want to get off to a fast start, I think, here tonight, Joe.
Tie up off the face-off, push to the Coon Rapids end. Starkey recovers, plays it across, off the board, misses everybody. Quick shot on goal for Ledeen. Turned to the corner by Hansen. Hess has it skip away from him, recovered by Noah Koss, who carries it in. Shot by Fredrickson, turned away by Johnson. Fredrickson recovers on the midboard. Tied up in his skates, able to spin around with it, still has it. Supported down low by Koss. Hess there to stop things up along the board on the near side. Played out front where it's stopped up by Alex Martell and played out the far side. Coon Rapids turns it around, plays it back into the Andover end. They'll get a change as it's recovered by Forrest. Long pass through center, trying to get Bannock as the Cardinals were on a change, but got a stick in, deflected it, now recovering their own end and reset. Colton Ryan can't quite get it out of the zone, turned back in there by Owen Jensen. Played to the line, but not out. The shot missing wide by Sam Seymour. Far side, it's Ryan able to control for Coon Rapids. He's pinched out by Nowaki at the blue line. Covered behind by Sam Seymour. Turns to his backhand, passes ahead. That doesn't click. Stopped up at the blue line and put on net by Zach Thompson. Into the near corner, a bump along the boards. Puck comes free to Nowacki. As the stick goes flying, out in center is Sitars. Sitars walking in on his backhand. Hansen the save on a relatively easy shot from about 10 feet out. Solomon Seymour wrist shot through traffic. Deflected, went right to Sitars, but he could not put it back on net. Bouncing around, it comes in on Hansen, able to make the save. That one trickles behind it. Kept out of the goal.
Fortunate.
Just barely by Robert Morissette. I mean, that was trickling across the line. Morissette reached in, took it away. And a scary one early, as Hansen thought he still had that in front of him.
Well, I thought that was going to go into the back of the net, Joe. I thought that was just going to trickle over the line. Fortunately for the Cardinals, they were able to get it away.
Intercepted at center by Hansen, played back for Fredrickson. Slips a check as he nearly jumped into the Andover bench. Lost the puck, though, to Solomon Seymour. Seymour up the boards, gets past to Sheen, kept in at the line by Starkey. Fredrickson, and now Hess walking in. Knocked off his stick, comes back to the point for Starkey. Starkey, a wrist shot that's high, knocked down with a high stick. Gets touched up by Koss, and that'll be in a face-off all the way back in the Coon Rapids end.
One of the things that Coach Mo told me, when they're in their own end, they have to do a much better job defensively at keeping the puck away from in front of the net. We're going to see that almost, boy, that was awfully close to crossing the line and giving Andover the first goal of the night.
Andover sets up. Shot misses wide from the point. The rebound chance off the back end by Ledeen. Didn't have anything on it. Cardinals get it to center. Quickly turned around by Martell. Puck comes back to him in the Andover end. Cross near side for Forrest. Back for Schoen. Leads it for Ledeen. Ledeen is shot blocker saved by Hansen, who's bumped into the net by Bannock, who is crashing in. Nothing on that shot by Martell. Bannock pressuring. Puck played back to the near side, just out of reach for Elson. Elson ties up along the end boards with Nolan Forrest. Flipped up the boards, but kept in there by Austin Winkler. Up in the air behind Ledeen. He bats at it, now gets it out to center and into the Coon Rapids end. Tracked down by Thompson. Thompson will play it around for Luneman near side. Coming out with it is Winkler to center. Winkler bumped at the blue line. Puck's played into the high slot. Comes out up top, kept in there by McNulty. Far side is Sitars. Winkler had a whack at it and recovered by Owen Jensen for Andover. That pass hops over Sitar's stick. No icing as McNulty taps it around. Skipped over Jensen's stick and pushed along by Morissette. McNulty flips it up high to Hess, and now he gets Winkler out of the zone. Winkler just going to flip it in and get a change. Hess pressuring, battling with Sam Seymour along the end line. Nowacki will get it to Jensen. Jensen cross ice right on the stick of Tyler Hughes. His pack's back to the front. Misfires. Nowacki nearly had a one-timer, just had it missed time.
That was a nice centering pass in front of the net to give Nowacki an opportunity, but they just couldn't get the stick down on the puck.
Sitars plays it back into the near corner. McNulty recovers behind his own net, coughs it up to DeSheen. DeSheen backhand right into the chest to Ty Hansen, and we'll have another faceoff in the Coon Rapids end. 11:41 to play in this first period.
Now, so far early on, as they take a look at head coach Steve Moe, it felt, he felt this program, Coach Moe, is heading in the right direction after that first game that we did to open the season against Anoka. He's got some things. And the biggest thing is he realizes this is an inexperienced club.
That one deflected a couple of times, ended up out front, but then flipped over the net by Brent Sears. Coon Rapids able to play it out to center, stopped up there by Connor Dahl, and he'll send it back in deep. Hansen leaves it behind the net. his pass, skips away. Shot misses wide, back to the near corner, kept in by Solomon Seymour. Far side is Dahl pushing it back behind the net, where it's recovered by Mears out front. A little backhand chance for Brent Sears, misses wide. Shot through traffic, and it's still just kind of sitting a foot or two outside the crease, and now played back around to the far side, stopped up by Dahl and kept in deep by Nick DeSheen.
Well, Huskies putting a lot of pressure in on the Cardinal end. 5 shots on goal here so far in this game, and Cardinals really wanted to relieve that pressure, so they pushed the puck down ice, get the icing. The face-off is going to come back into the Cardinal end to the right of Hansen. Then again, just look at the action in front of the net. Sears had a good opportunity earlier in that possession, but he also could not find an opportunity to put it past Hansen.
Ledine's draw went off the official. Schoen bats at it. Ledine tying up. Puck comes free. Schoen tried to tap it out front. A wraparound chance for Ledine, and the net comes off.
Well, again, we're watching what some of the things that Coach Mo said about the difficulties of this team keeping that puck away from inside in front of the goaltender. Huskies have had a couple opportunities. You're going to see the wraparound attempt. Hansen comes up, and then the net comes off its moorings.
Played back to Nowacki at the point. His shot deflected, ends up in the far corner. Bannock will drop it off for Schoen. His pass deflected, broken up. Koss can't control, now poked out through center. Icing waved off as it was nearly touched by Martel. He'll recover in front of Fredrickson along that back end board. Helping out is Ledine, kept in at the point by Starkey, and the shot right on. Andover exits the other end. Here comes Schoen. Starkey recovers, leaves it, and flipped up too high. Out of play by Anthony Bannock.
Yeah, the Cardinals almost gave up an opportunity there, as the Huskies put that shot a little too high. Hits the net, we're going to have the face-off, but a good opportunity, nice breakaway, nice job passing and leaving it out front.
Sneaky little guy, that freshman.
Yep.
And he creates that with his speed and just flipped up too high by Anthony Bannock.
Now, they're very excited about him here in this program. That brings a lot to this team as just a freshman.
Morissette batted that one down, but it turned right back in by Sam Seymour. McNulty up the far side. Tied up in the near corner now. Jensen pushes it back towards Sitar. Sitar's trying to come from behind. That's broken up by Jared McKenna. Sitar has to play it out to center. Here's Morissette. He'll dump it in. McKenna able to break things up behind the net. Andover brings it back out to center. McNulty sends it right back in. Johnson will leave it there. Picked up by Solomon Seymour. Out to Jensen, and now back across for Sam Seymour. His pass stopped up by Hess, but it comes right back to him, and Seymour will dump it in. Andover trying to complete their line change. Puck played back along the far sideline, sideboard. Kicked free to Koss. He'll get it right back from Fredrickson. Weaves through some traffic and leaves it behind the net. Nowacki first one to recover. Tyler Hughes stopped up at the blue line by Starkey, stepping up. Now flipped up and out of the zone. Recovered back at the blue line by Luneman.
Cardinals not really any ability to sustain any pressure down in the Husky end. Give credit to the Huskies doing a good job of troubling Coon Rapids and trying to get it out of their zone quickly.
Nowacki moves it ahead for Brent Sears. And he fires it over the net from right at the blue line. Covered in the far corner by Lockett. Pinned up and now kept in momentarily at least by Dahl. Poked free by Pitlick. Pitlick chasing Nowacki behind the net. Nowacki Fires it off the back end boards. Chasing it down is Chase Mears in a big collision along that end board with Lockinen. Puck comes back out to center. Thompson will push it in deep. Turned around by Ledeen. Ledeen back for Bannock. Bannock trying to get it to Schoen and does. Schoen back for Bannock at the blue line. He's bumped off it there by Colton Ryan. Ryan behind the net. Too quick for McKenna, but gets out past Alex Martel. Martel for Forrest, back ahead. Bannock tips it into the zone. Starkey recovers for Coon Rapids. Bannock stops it up along the board. Tried to center, but that's stopped up. And Coon Rapids able to play it back out. Sent right back in by Martel. Thompson plays it up the board. Winkler comes in, recovers, skates to center, and skips it around Forrest into the zone. Stopped up behind by Johnson. Winkler played it back out front. Bannock will flip it to center. He'll recover. He's got a 2-on-1 with Schoen. Across, Schoen. Save made by Hansen.
Nice pass to Schoen, and Schoen tried to get Hansen to move, but Hansen, as you mentioned, great job on the puck playing it. He gets the stop.
Here's Schoen coming right back in. He'll take the shot off the mask of Ty Hansen. Hess trying to tie it up in the corner. Played out to the point, stopped up. Seymour across to the other Seymour. Solomon Seymour's shot is blocked, and Hess is racing the other way, flips it into the zone, takes a bump from Seymour. Sam gets it to Solomon, who moves it up for Jensen. Into the middle, it's Sitars. Pass a little behind Hughes. He's able to kind of recover before being taken off his feet. It's played back out to center ice. Turning with it is Sam Seymour. He'll play it in deep. Hansen will stop it up along the end boards. Recovered there by Luneman. He's stood up by Jensen. Fredrickson has it in the near corner. Taken off his stick by Sittar. Poked away by Luneman. He's going to get taken to the boards. He'll play it back to the point. Now Seymour. The shot that misses wide. Hansen had a little bit of trouble with it coming off the end board. It got out there quicker than he thought. But it's underneath him, and he's able to cover it up for a face-off that was desperately needed by the home team.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in the Cardinal end, but Ty Hansen doing a nice job so far early on here in nets, making a couple of nice saves, really keeping the score at 0 at this point. But you had mentioned that puck came weird bounce off the back wall. He had to cover up.
Back to the point, Milwaukee. Pass just out of the reach of Sears. Sears throwing his weight around a little bit behind the net as he upends Colton Ryan. Back out at center, it's Milwaukee. Milwaukee walking in, leaving it off near side for Deschene. He's rubbed off by Ryan. Recovered by Mears, who walks up the boards. Back out to Milwaukee, back to Mears. Chase Mears looks into the middle, flips a snapshot that direction, ends up in the far corner. That's a little bit of a mismatch right there.
Yeah,
Brent Sears runs over Andrew Pitlick. And now Sears the steal, but a nice recovery on the defensive end by Lockinen to get the block.
Yeah, that's fortunate for the Cardinals. They turned that puck over right in front of the Cardinal net.
Andover really doing a great job with puck possession and keeping pressure in the Cardinal end. Sears a shot, Mears a shot through traffic that misses wide. Finally able to get it and cleared all the way down as Elson. That'll be icing. And Coon Rapids finally a chance to change them up.
Well, they did. They needed a little bit of a break because Andover doing a great job of just peppering and pressuring inside. They do a nice job of camping out in front of the net, giving Hansen a little bit of trouble in front of that as well. 8 shots on goal for the Huskies. Just 2 for the Cardinals here in period number 1 so far with 3:52 remaining.
Winkler and Ledeen face off. Morissette came away with it, but lost his stick, and it's kept in at the line by Sam Seymour. Back in the corner, Winkler behind his own net. Plays it off the board, kept in at the line by Seymour, and a wrist shot missed wide. Seymour is paired up for this shift. with Sam on the right and Solomon on the left. Kick save, a big rebound, cleared to the corner by Starkey.
Defense does a good job of coming back and clearing that puck wide after that big rebound out in front.
McNulty chips it for McKenna. He's taken off it by Bannock, recovered by Winkler. Passes behind Morissette. He swings at it, just trying to get it deep and missed. Ledeen turns just inside his own blue line. Schoen couldn't handle the pass. Huskies in offside as Morissette recovers and goes the other way. Pass skips away from Koss. Martell tried to clear, and it was tipped up into the Andover bench.
Well, Cardinals have a little bit difficulty getting consecutive passes put together here offensively.
Backup goalie Jacob Ricky's seen almost as many pucks as the starter Blake Johnson. 2:45 remaining first period, no score. Andover has had some good opportunities but not been able to cash in. Zach Sitars back the other way, chopped at by Hess. He'll push it behind the net, poked off his stick, and turned around by Koss. Noah Koss bumped but maintains control, got it to Hess. Comes free to Sitars. Turns and shoots, and Hansen directs it to the corner.
Well, Hansen's been busy here in period number one. That's 10th shot on goal.
Big shot from the point, hit traffic out front. And Fredrickson can't get past Nowacki. Martell behind the net. Pressured by Fredrickson. Turns it back behind. Ahead for Owen Jensen. Cross ice for Hughes. McNulty over. And able to flip the puck back out to center. At the line, McNulty keeps it out. Elson winds, fires, glove save Johnson. 1:42 left.
Just got a report from Highlights 10, and you will not be pleased with the girls' SLP CR team playing Maple Grove, down 8-2.
Ooh. Well, this is a tough part of the schedule for that squad. They ranked 16th, but 4 straight games against ranked opponents. Tonight, number 6, Maple Grove. After just losing last week 2-0 at the hands of number 7, Elk River. Pass was deflected in behind the net, played around by Hansen. Knocked down by Duchene, flipped behind the net by Lockett. And now Elson off the boards, kept in by Solomon and out of play in the Coon Rapids bench.
We're approaching just a little over a minute remaining in period number one. No score so far, but Andover with all the pressure here in the first period. Cardinals looking for an answer, trying to get some cohesion on offense. Just 2 shots on goal.
Koss will face off against Ledeen just outside the blue line, able to win the draw. Push it ahead. Hess will play it in deep. Nowacki, first one there behind the net. Near side for Bannock. Into the middle, skips away from Ledeen, recovered by Schoen. Schoen tracked down by Koss. Nice little spin just inside the blue line, but he lost the puck and is flipped back out by Hess. Quickly turned around by Andover, but that will be icing and a face-off in the Husky end. 43 seconds left in this first.
Got a big reaction from the Andover fans right in front of us when Schoen made that spin move. Nice little move.
He's an
good.
impressive young player.
Yeah, and we talked about just a freshman. So we're gonna see him for a number of years here for the Husky program.
Centering attempt by Fredrickson stopped up. Bannock trying to get past Hess. Kept in at the line by Luneman. And now they get it to Schoen. Schoen up ice, poked off his stick at the blue line. Winkler turns it back to the Andover end. Bannock will play it behind. Solomon Seymour wanted that long stretch pass, instead to Bannock, a little safer. And now Ledeen with time running out, a glove save by Hansen. And that'll do it for period number one. Andover, a great period of offensive pressure, but nothing to show for it. No score. We'll get some reaction from the coaches after this. You're watching live Boys High School hockey on CTN.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, no score after the first period. Andover a decisive advantage on possession time. We're joined now by Coon Rapids coach Steve Moe. And Coach, your goalie playing a heck of a first period for you.
Yeah, he was on his game, which is good because obviously we needed a little bit there in that period.
You know, Coach, one of the things we talked about today was, you know, you're trying to keep that puck in front of the net. They did a good job of really putting some passes in front and, you know, go back to speaking about your goaltender. But what do you do to make some adjustments and keeping that puck away from in front of your goal?
We talked a little bit about on the bench, but, you know, for them not to get it there, we got to do a better job of hitting and penning and then getting it up on our half wall. And then obviously once we get it on the half wall, we got to be a little better with the puck. We've been handing it back to them. We do a lot of work to get it, and then we're not doing anything positive once we gain possession. So that's going to be the point of conversation, is catching passes and making sure that we just don't hand the puck back to them, because it's bouncing off our stick whether we've got pressure on us or if we don't. Yeah,
and in this type of game, when you're spending a lot of time in your defensive end, are you concerned about penalties and endurance?
Not so concerned about the penalties. We do a pretty good job with our technique as far as keeping our stick down and not reaching or chasing. So we've worked on that. That doesn't scare me, but all the zone time and the endurance is what's going to kill us a little bit, because we're chasing and we need them to chase us a little bit so we can level the play here.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Good luck in the second period. We'll take another break. We'll be back with first period stats and highlights right after this on CTN.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, no score after one. Andover spent a lot of time in the Coon Rapids end, and that was a scary moment as Hansen thought he had it under his glove. It squirts between his legs. Morissette keeps it from getting home. Great little spin pass by Schoen, but Bannock got under a little too much. A lot of bouncing pucks out front, too. Andover moves the puck, good speed. They've attacked from just about every angle, and so far, Ty Hansen has been up to the challenge.
Yeah, he really has, as Coach Moe said, that it's a good thing he has been up to the challenge, because he's kept him in this at a scoreless tie here after one. But you look at the shots on goal by the Huskies, 11, and Cardinals just able to muster 2 offensively. They need to up their production offensively here in period number 2.
Well, and they need to be able, as we talked about with Coach Moe, the exhaustion factor. They spend so much time trying to get a hold of the puck in their defensive end, and they're just gassed by the time they get to the red line, and all they have left in them is to just dump it and get a change. So real hard to get possession in their offensive end and get set up when they're dead tired by the time they hit the blue line.
No doubt, and that's something that they'll continue to work on and talk about here in between the breaks. It'll be an interesting second period, Joe. With no score here. I say 3 shots on goal by the Cardinals. My bad, not just 2. According to our official score.
They just added it.
They just added it. Give them one.
Either way, it's 0-0 as we head to the second. We'll drop the puck next on CTN.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it. Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
So they say it's a man's world?
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Just about ready to get the second period underway. We will need to have some players on the ice before we can actually drop the puck, but Coon Rapids needs to up their pressure and speed here in the second period, Howie.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do, what they come out with, and anybody's game at this point.
And really, Andover has been in control, but Coon Rapids, if they can get a little more offensive zone time and start to put a little more pressure back on Andover, all they need is one bounce to go their way.
Well, they have to feel pretty good with the fact that even though they were pressured so much by the Huskies, they didn't get a puck past Hansen, so that's got to put them in a good situation. Come back and play with a little, fire here in period number 2 and see what they can do.
Yeah, with such little action, I haven't hardly gotten to talk about Blake Johnson's awesome throwback pads.
Gotta love that. Head coach Mark Manny, had a chance, we'll talk to him after the second period, see what his thoughts are. But he's got to be pleased by one fact that his team is putting some pressure on, but they haven't been able to put a puck in yet at this point. You saw Blake Johnson really not tested much by the Cardinals in period number 1.
When Andover, pretty impressive, good size team, a lot of speed.
Yeah, big squad.
They've all three of their lines have been able to sustain some good offensive pressure in the Coon Rapids end.
And it was a pretty quick first period. We didn't really have any too many stops.
You jinxed it now for the second.
Yeah, of course. As soon as I say something.
Early
I was going to say something
offside, but
with about 5 minutes left, I thought in the first, but I figured I better not.
No, it went along very quickly. Nothing in the scorebook.
Yeah.
No penalties, no goals. Just saves. That's all we have. Solomon gets it ahead, skips away from Ledeen into the zone. He'll recover it in front of Zach Thompson. He lost an edge as he went to the corner. Hess recovers, stopped up by Schoen. Back behind goes Thompson. Tries to cut up, got off his stick a little bit. He tracks it down, plays it off the boards and out. Mishandled a little bit by Dahl at the Andover blue line. Chopped into the corner by Solomon and poked back behind. Taken away by Fredrickson. Fredrickson out front, a quick shot by Koss. And Johnson able to get into position and make it look easy.
Good look. That time the Cardinals doing a nice job of getting that puck in front of the net. And Fredrickson tried to get it past Johnson. You're going to see here just that little opportunity there, and Johnson's going to cover up.
Just a quick shot, but not a ton on it.
Nope.
Didn't make the goaltender move quite enough. Now Andover trying to break out. Broken up on the breakout. Pitlick comes away with it behind the net. Out front, a quick shot for Ryan is blocked. Kept in at the blue line by Luneman. Milwaukee plays it off the boards. And now chipped out by Hughes. And McNulty pressured by Jensen as he pushes it behind. Out front, Sitars, and Jensen couldn't control. Back the other way comes Pitlick. Can't get around Milwaukee with the puck. Those two jawing at each other deep into the Andover end. Coon Rapids well offside. As Andover had it turned around. McNulty can't get it out. Played back too far for Sitars. Able to get it away from Luneman, but back ahead is Fredrickson, and a good hit
Oh, that was a big
Takes
hit.
Ryan into the boards. Hughes ahead for Sitars. Sitars into the zone. Snapshot misses wide. Far side recovered there by Desheen. He had it taken away. That pass too strong for Fredrickson, kept in by Solomon. His shot deflected to the corner by Thompson. Thompson up the boards, tied up there. Thompson will get it back. Zach Thompson skating to center for Coon Rapids. Into the zone, flips it in on the backhand, trying to work his way around Martell as those two collide behind the boards. But Thompson comes around, his shot misses wide in the far corner, and we're going to get a net off and face off outside the zone.
Yeah, really, for the most part, the only time that the play was stopped in that first period was a couple of icings, and the net came off twice. Otherwise, it's been pretty quick play here for both these teams.
Brent Sears trying to battle through that traffic, but couldn't. Almost got it back again, and now played back in by Chase Mears. Isn't able to center as he's tied up. Sears gets back to Mears, and now back for Sears, but too far. And turned around by Hess. Poked at by Nowaki. Played across to the far boards to Sheen. Flips it into the Coon Rapids end. Turning with it is Koss. Up the board, skipped away from Fredrickson, taps it ahead. And Luneman skates to the center line. Cross for Starkey, and the Cardinals are outside.
Yeah, a little slow to develop on that, and pass wasn't what it wanted to be, and drew the Cardinals offside.
Ledeen able to win the draw. Martell fumbles it a bit, tried to play it up the board, knocked down by McKenna. And now he lost his stick in the door, trying to pin it up. A couple of Cardinals there poking at it. Now played back behind, and Solomon Seymour is there. Plays a backhand off the board for Bannock. Tied up by Morissette. Now the pass behind Ledeen all the way down. That will be icing, and face-off coming back in the Andover end.
Yeah, the Huskies just about turned the puck over in their zone. And fortunately, the defender was able to clear it. They'll take the icing and come back and get the face-off. Excuse me, get the face-off to the right of Johnson.
Ryan against Ledeen on the dot. Ledeen wins it to the corner. Played there by Sam Seymour. Behind where it's stopped up by Elson. He can't get it back out front. Bannock for Andover is tripped up. Coon Rapids going to get a penalty.
Now this will be the first infraction
Colton
of this
Ryan
game.
There, they got tangled up. He caught a skate to the chin as Bannock got upended. Another look at it.
Oh yeah,
Caught it right in the jaw.
that can't feel good.
It'll wake you up.
It will wake you up. Hopefully you're not sleeping while you're out there skating, but yeah, it'll definitely get your attention. An opportunity for now the Huskies to go on the power play.
Schoen coming out of the corner. Had it tipped off his stick. Recovers and plays it back to Bannock in the corner. Bannock up top for Ledeen. Cross for Martell. Down low, gets it back from Sitars. Martell now spins away from the pressure by McKenna. Down low, Sitars through center. Schoen near side. Walks in, now back, trying to get it back to where it hopped over Sitar's stick. Back out to Martell at the point. His shot turned away by Hansen. Schoen. That one deflected wide by Bannock. Played across for Sitars. Back up top, Martell. He'll shoot. That's deflected and ends up wide. Hansen lost his stick, playing with a defender's stick. And will now ditch it and get his paddle back. Martell from the point. That's deflected, goes off the side of the cage. Another shot turned away by Hansen. Showing. And another penalty as Hansen makes the save, and it's going to be 5-on-3 for 48 seconds.
That's ill for the Cardinals to take that penalty, and it'll give the Huskies a great advantage here. Huskies with 4 power play goals on the season. Looking to make it 5 in this situation. That's Showing is a pretty good player. He made some good opportunity to get some space for himself, but Hansen will cover it up.
McNulty tries to clear, but it hit traffic, ends up far side. Thompson will play it all the way down. Long time on the 2-man advantage for the Huskies. Bannock to Ledeen, who will skate through center. Chased by Fredrickson, and he got himself offside. Martell will back it out for Showing at the Andover blue line. Showing with speed. Tipped away.
He is quick.
Bannock recovers. Out to the point, Martell. Showing out of the corner. Looks to Bannock. He stepped on the puck, now knocked to the ice. Puck kick to Sitars. Sitars had it knocked off his stick by Fredrickson all the way down. The penalty to Ryan over, so it's a 1-man advantage now for the Huskies for another minute. Tipped away by Hess. Koss will deflect that one up and out of play. 57 seconds on the second penalty.
Yeah, Cardinals did a nice job of fighting off that 5-on-3, and now we've got under a minute left with the 5-on-4. Cardinals would love to just kill this penalty off and get back to even strength.
Pass just out of the reach of Brent Sears. But Chase Mears has it, and he'll take it into the zone with speed. Fast behind the net. Up to the top, Nowacki shoots. That's deflected. Sears has a chance in close. Hansen got tied up, and that one didn't get across the goal line either.
Wow.
I mean, Hansen got wrapped up outside his net on the far side. There's no way he was getting back.
Yeah.
Wrap around a chance. And
they're fortunate again.
Defender take another look at it. Sears has the chance.
And that's
he
where he
got
got
his
tied
stick
up.
caught. Sears tried to wrap around, and then it was Thompson who dives and just whacks it.
Yeah, Thompson made a big play there while on the ice.
And then it was Nick DeSheen who ran into the keeper, and that is going to be a penalty. So we're going to play some 4-on-4. A chance in on Johnson, and he's able to cover.
Hey, Coach Mark Manning's got to be scratching his head. What do we need to do to get a goal? He's seen 2 like that. Cardinal players have been able to push it away from the net just before it was going to go over the line.
Tipped off Mears' stick. In with it is Nowacki. His shot up over the net. Recovered on the far side by Sam Seymour. Had it taken away by Travis Hess. Played to the middle, and Zach Thompson will skate to center. Flip it in. Try and sneak around Nowacki. Cardinals now on a power play for the next minute 30. That pass too far for Mears, and a foot race with Hess back toward Hansen. Played off the near boards. And sent right back behind by Thompson.
We'll see if the Cardinals can take advantage of that skater. One extra skater.
Fredrickson through center for Coon Rapids. Quick shot, second chance, and Hess just couldn't get anything on that rebound chance.
Again,
just basically played it right into Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson gave that little bit of a rebound up, but
Fredrickson, great setup, and again, Koss just able to redirect it, not able to put a lot on it, but the rebound right to Hess, right where he needs to be, but he was tied up and couldn't really get much on the rebound chance. Fredrickson keeps it in at the near side blue line. Koss's pass deflected. Kept in by McNulty, who whips it around. Starkey to Koss, another chance turned away. A chance for Fredrickson.
Wow.
It's gobbled up by Johnson.
Again, 2 point-blank shots right into the midsection of Johnson, and he does a nice job of just realizing where that puck is and brings that second one in. See it again, this nice centering pass right into the midsection. Big rebound, another shot right into the midsection that time. Johnson covers up.
Sitar is able to win the draw and play it all the way down. Hansen will leave it there for Luke McNulty. McNulty behind his net. Far side, Starkey's pass taken away by Sitar's. Puck just sitting there. Koss finally moves it ahead, but out of the reach of Fredrickson. It's turned around by Sam Seymour. McNulty. Cross for Starkey, ahead now for Fredrickson. Fredrickson spinning away from Ledeen. Ledeen pokes at it, gets it free. Sitar's able to recover and now just able to find a little bit of space to get turned up ice. He didn't want to take himself in offside. Played in deep as the penalty expires. We're back to full strength. This one comes loose and finally poked home by Nick Duchene. And poor Ty Hansen, his defenseman had no idea where the puck was.
None, and a great job just stretching out for that by Duchene. It's going to be his first goal of the season, and the Huskies take a 1-0 lead.
Fresh out of the box, Nick Duchene.
See it again, watch the rebound.
Gets his own rebound, dives for it, and sweeps it past.
Yeah,
Ty Hansen,
heads up play.
Hansen had made 2 saves already. Number 3 he couldn't come up with. So midway through this second period, Andover finally breaks through.
Ledeen on the assist.
Milwaukee lost the handle, recovered by Thompson and turned around. Bounced away from Elson. And now Milwaukee just inside his own blue line. Far side for Cade McCumber. Just got it into the zone. Cardinals play it back out. That'll be icing and a face-off coming back at the other end.
That's going to be a little demoralizing, that goal for the Cardinals, with Hansen playing so well. And that third chance was a charm for Andover. So they were to poke that goal in to make it a 1-0 lead for the Huskies with 7:29 remaining in period number 2.
Huskies win the draw and play it all the way back down to Johnson. Leaves it there for Solomon Seymour. Nice little sidestep to find some room, but lost the puck. Starkey keeps it in at the blue line. Winkler dumps it back to Solomon. Cross in front of his own net for Nick Duchene. Ahead for Sears. Sears getting around the outside, just hops over, and that hops over the stick of Mears out front.
Well, Cardinals were fortunate it did hop over his stick. He would have had a great opportunity there.
Sears a big kid.
Yeah.
He's throwing his weight around.
He's a football player. Sitar's as well.
Plays it back out to the point. Seymour's shot is blocked, knocked down by Winkler. And that'll be a hand pass.
Yeah.
Ledeen to face it off against Koss to the left to Hansen, able to win it back to Milwaukee. Milwaukee back along the boards. Ledeen lets it go, picked up by Bannock. Tried to get it out to the point, stopped up by Hess, plays it back behind instead. Ledeen is there, will swing it around for Milwaukee at the point. Back to Ledeen. His shot trickled through traffic and was steered wide. Now here comes Coon Rapids the other way.
Oh, big shot into the boards.
And kind of from behind, and
Yeah.
that's going to get you a couple of minutes to think about it. As Alex Martell clearly not playing the puck.
So he will sit for 2. Cardinals with a little pressure on their last power play opportunity, looking to see if they can repeat that, get a little pressure here on the Huskies in their second power period. As you're going to, their power play, yeah.
They're trying to decide what to call it. They don't like to call checking from behind. That's they called it cross-checking, which it was not. But
nonetheless, Cardinals will go on a power play.
Kept in at the blue line by McNulty, flips it back, and now played up and out.
10 minutes, 59 seconds into the period.
So with 5:51 remaining, Cardinals on the skater advantage. I believe they had 5 shots on goal. 4 or 5. Am I correct?
I've got 4.
Yeah, the power play, in the last power play, okay.
Young officially.
Of course.
McNulty's pass is behind Fredrickson, recovers it, now bumped down by Sitars, and it's played back in deep by Owen Jensen. Nothing on that pass. It was deflected out to center, and Sam Seymour plays it back in. Now back out of play over the bench.
So far, nothing early on in this power play for Coon Rapids. Been down in their end most of the time.
Huskies able to win the draw. Solomon thinks about it and will now take the shot. Hansen the save. Knocked down by Sitar, or by Bannock rather. Hess will carry to center. He's bumped off it nicely. Recovered by Fredrickson and carries it in. And they're going to call that a trip on Tyler Hughes for the hit on Hess, who waited and waited for it on the ice.
The Cardinals have 5-on-3 for a minute 2.
I thought that was a pretty good looking hip check.
Yeah, Hughes was actually talking to the official about it before he went into the box, getting a little clarification.
Big opportunity for Coon Rapids, trailing by 1 here in the second period. They're going to call a timeout.
They're going to talk about things with this advantage. They certainly would like to get the equalizer here.
Another look at, oh, you can't see it.
Can't
it
see it,
already
no.
happened.
Coach Mo talking to his players, drawing up what he wants to see him do here. This opportunity.
You'd really love to get, here's another look at it. He didn't stick out the knee.
No.
I mean, which would be a dirty play. It looked to me like he threw the hip. That's legal check. My book.
Nonetheless, the officials saw it differently.
The rarely used hip check.
I was going to say your book was rarely used.
That too. But you don't see a lot of hip checks in the game anymore.
Back in your day, you probably saw a lot more.
In my day,
when I was a young
we were lucky if we still had hips. 5:02 remaining in the period. 1:02 in the 5-on-3 for Coon Rapids. They win the draw. Fredrickson to Koss, walking in. His shot is blocked. Sitars will skate to center. Chased by Fredrickson. He'll take his shot. Kick to the corner by Hansen. Sitars pushes McNulty and now gives up and lets him come back out. McNulty will skate with it for the Cardinals. Across the red line into the zone. Tipped off his stick. Winding his Koss. That missed wide and will end up all the way back down in the corner with Ty Hansen.
Yeah, Cardinals couldn't seal off that side.
Fredrickson was there but lost an edge. Koss nearly had his pocket picked by Ledeen, but gets through. Played off it by Milwaukee along the end boards. Koss recovers. 10 seconds left in the two-man advantage. Cross ice to Fredrickson. Wheels, looks to the net. 3 seconds left. McNulty shoots through traffic. Rebound still loose. And Johnson able to get on top of it.
Now Johnson did a nice job. He realized where that puck was in front of him. Cardinals trying to poke it home, but Johnson able to cover up, do a nice job. Will cost the face-off to his left, but the 5-on-3 advantage is over. It'll be a 5-on-4 now for 55 seconds for Coon Rapids.
Still a great chance here to try and tie this one up. Koss will play it back to Fredrickson. Fredrickson to Koss at the point. Far side, McNulty. Back in his skates, and he's pressured by Bannock. Puck comes back out to center where Fredrickson recovers. Bannock in his face, causes the turnover. Here's Ledeen skating in. Ledeen is shot. Blocker save Hansen. Starkey pokes at it, back out at center. Sam Solomon will play it in deep.
Just 15 seconds remaining in the power play for Coon Rapids. 3:13 in the second period.
Fredrickson lost an edge again. He tried to stop up and cut back. Penalty's over. Bannock trying to drop it off, and that handcuffed to Sheen. Behind the net, McNulty sweeps it to the near board. Hess is there. He flips to the line. Solomon keeps it in. And now Starkey will fire at the length right in on Johnson. Coon Rapids able to get some new players out. As it's recovered behind the net by Sam Seymour. Played out to center. And right back in by Hess. Johnson leaves it there for Solomon Seymour. Ahead for Mears. Cross ice pass a little too far for Deschene. Played back out of the zone by Lockinen. Shot by Sears, turned away by Hansen. Ryan played it out to center. Here's Pitlick.
Oh, big
He's hit by Martell, trying to cut to the net.
He's coming off the ice.
This one will come back out before Milwaukee can get to it. Sears has it skip away. Mears will recover and play it in deep. Jensen pressuring behind the net, tying up with Zach Thompson. Coming away with it for Coon Rapids is Colton Ryan. He'll get it back from Fredrickson. His pass taken away by Jensen. Sitars lets it go behind the net. Reversed by Luneman. Played around by Ryan. Fredrickson's pass off the glove of Elson, and he just chops it in on Johnson. This is a true Minnesotan game.
It is. It
a lot of Johnson, Olsen.
Yep.
Luneman. Okay, maybe that's not as common, but
nonetheless.
Fredrickson lucky he got away with a little bit of a hook there. One played through the slot. Sam Solomon is shot on from a short angle. Sitars tried to center, broken up by Winkler. Winkler looks up ice, gets it ahead, skipped away from McKenna. McKenna gets it back and now plays it into the Andover end. Johnson will leave it there for Solomon. Solomon stops up, leaves it for Solomon. Solomon, and Olsen.
Little offer.
Solomon back near side for Hughes. Hughes trying to step through a check. Morissette gloves it down. He's knocked off it by Bannock. Puck played with a high stick is what the whistle was for.
Put the face off at the left to Hansen. Just 19 seconds remaining in the period.
Ledeen wins back to Milwaukee. Shot by Martell was just a bit high. It'll come back to Milwaukee and again to Martell. Martell's shot this time wide on the near side. Bannock couldn't get anything on that shot because Hess was sliding right through.
Well, smartly, Hansen just covers up. A couple of Andover players right in front of the net.
Buzzer will sound, and we will go to our second intermission. Andover finally breaks through, but it's a 1-0 game as we head to the third. We'll have more live boys high school hockey after this on CTN.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, Andover a 1-0 lead after the second period. We're joined now by head coach Mark Manny. And coach, you've got to be pleased with the amount of puck possession and the intensity your guys are playing with tonight.
Well, I was real satisfied the first period especially. There's a lot of flow and a lot of speed up and down the ice, but the second period is kind of bogged down by penalties. And while I do like our possession time, I think we just kind of lost our rhythm for a little while there, and they got a couple of good chances as a result.
Coach, you got to feel pretty good about getting that goal. You had a couple of opportunities where the Cardinal defenders swiped the puck away from the net. It's just about to go in. Talk a little bit about what you guys feel you need to do in the third period to increase that lead.
Well, we need to play physical. We're a big team up front. We've got like 7 of our 9 forwards are over 6 feet tall, and they need to play big. So we need to get on top of the goalie and get in the blue paint and go to work down there. So we just need to keep doing that. I don't know if you noticed towards the end of the period, it looked like their top line was really worn out from killing and being on the power play, and we need to take advantage of that when they're tired like that.
All right, well, we appreciate you taking the time to join us. Good luck in the third period. We'll take a short break. We will be back with second period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live boys high school hockey on CTN.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, Andover Huskies a 1-0 lead through 2, and they have brought relentless pressure.
They have.
At the Coon Rapids end. Ty Hansen has been busy, but for the most part, he has been up to the challenge. And he talked about it. Coon Rapids has been able to create some opportunities, some of those on their power plays, because they've had a number of them. And then you talked about it, a big save by the defenseman.
Twice.
A couple of different times, once in the first by Morissette, and then that one by Zach Thompson. But yeah, you know, no penalties in that first period. And there you saw the goal, great effort, and second effort by Nick Deschene, diving to get to it. Hansen was diving as well.
Yeah, just as I talked about quick running first period, Joe, we had all those penalties in the second.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
It is always my fault. 20 shots on goal for the Huskies. Just 9 for Coon Rapids. Huskies out shooting the Cardinals 9-6 in that second period. But Coach Manny talked about what their squad needed to do to come out and continue to apply pressure, take advantage of some opportunities they're given, and try build upon that 1-0 lead.
We will take another break and be back with puck drop on the third after this. You're watching live boys high school hockey on CTN.
Why is my son having trouble in school? Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home Walk Restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 Wonders of the World.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Back at Coon Rapids Ice Center, just about ready to get the third period going. And Coon Rapids needs to get some offense going. They saw a little bit more in the second period, aided by a couple of penalties, including an extended 5-on-3. But
well, 9 shots on goal in 2 periods won't get it done. But there is obviously still in this game, just trailing 1-0. They've had some opportunities in that second period. They're going to just have to make those opportunities count here in period number 3. And more importantly, they got to make sure that they continue to do a good job of keeping that puck out in front, away from out in front of the net.
Well, and you heard Coach Manny talking about the need to play big, to use their size.
And they have a lot of it.
On the flip side, Coon Rapids has to look at it and say, we need to be the faster team. We don't have that size.
Right.
We need to be faster. We need to move the puck. Puck can always move faster than your skates. Ledeen and Koss come to the center dot. The whistle sounds, and we're ready to play some hockey. Koss wins the draw. Hess played off it by Schoen, but Thompson carries it into the zone, puts it into the midsection of Johnson.
Well, a lot of the shots for the Cardinals tonight have been in the midsection of Johnson.
That's where you want them.
Yeah.
When you're a goaltender.
Yep. Yeah, when you're a goaltender.
Getting that midsection in front of the puck.
Absolutely, but not as an offensive player. You don't want you want to make them work a little harder.
Ledeen plays it up the boards, showing that it get away from him. Koss poked at it. Tried to play it back out front. Skips to Ledeen. He's kind of bumped off it by his own player, Bannock, and it's played back in deep by Starkey. Back to the near side. Bannock gets it to Ledeen. 2-on-1 with Schoen. He'll take the shot. Schoen can't get the rebound, and Ledeen had it flip over his stick. Now Hess's pass. Skips right past Thompson, and Bannock will play it back in deep. Hansen leaves it there in the corner. Fredrickson will recover for Coon Rapids. Cardinals come to center and now dump it right in on Johnson, and he'll just swallow it up.
Yeah, an easy opportunity for Johnson there just to pull the puck in.
Well, I think he would have much rather been able to shuffle it off to a defender, but off the draw, Jensen using his speed to find room down the right wing. Out front, a shot, a huge save, a rebound, and a goal for Tyler Hughes.
You know, again, just a nice play by the Huskies to make something happen. They did that in period number 2 to get that first goal, and now here early in period number 3 to get goal number 2 puts Cardinals in a bit of a hole here, down 2-0, especially when you're struggling shooting the puck and putting the puck in the back of the net. Tyler Hughes with the goal.
Bangs away at his own rebound. Great setup. Owen Jensen using his speed to race down the right wing. Great pass right under the defender's stick. One-timer got stopped by Hansen, but Hughes able to get his own rebound and put it behind the sprawling goaltender.
Second goal of the season for Hughes. That's the way the Huskies wanted to start, and that's Coach Manny said we got to come out and make some things happen, and they did early on to get that 2-0 lead. Bit of a cushion for Andover.
Sitar's getting the secondary assist. Solomon fanned on the pass attempt, held up by Winkler. The centering attempt went right under the stick of Colton Ryan. He'll get it back and had his stick knocked away by Sam Seymour, who gets it ahead for Sitars. Sitars will get the red line, dump it in. They'll finish a line change. Hansen had some trouble leaving it behind the net. Flipped out front, tipped away. Chance by Sears goes wide. Played out to center. Milwaukee back up the boards. DeSheen had it knocked off his stick. Sears keeps it in at the blue line. Sears trying to walk out front. Pokes it home on his own rebound. Following their own shots, that's what the Huskies are doing, and that is writing the script they wanted to read. They have a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, again, that rebound, not much Hans can do on the second opportunity as he stayed with it to get the goal. And Andover's come out here in period number 3 and really have taken charge. There you're going to see him gain the edge, put the first shot in, but Fall, as you mentioned, stayed with it.
He's just so long.
Yep.
He walks around all of the Cardinal defenders, able to walk back out front, and then still that long reach to poke in the rebound.
That's his second goal of the season.
And just like that, 2:20 into this third period, they're in complete control on the board now, 3-0.
Yeah, already 5 shots on goal. Mears and DeSheen with the assists on that Sears goal.
Regroup through center, and the pass doesn't click. It's icing and a face-off back in the Coon Rapids end.
Oh, it's really got to deflate the Cardinals here, you know, coming into this period with just trailing by a goal, and all of a sudden a lot of pressure again by the Huskies, and they get 2 quick ones to put the Cardinals behind 3-0. And this is a team that's struggling offensively, going to make it difficult for them to get back into this game.
Has had that play read, and he's battling for it at the other end. Martell keeps him off of it. Milwaukee keeps Fredrickson off the puck. Ledeen recovers behind his own net. Now skates and gets it ahead to Bannock. Bannock into the zone. Trying to drop it for Schoen. Schoen trying to tap it back for Bannock. And now Ledeen behind. Tried to center. Hansen not sure where it was, but it was cleared away by the Cardinal defense all the way down. That'll be icing and another faceoff back in the Coon Rapids end.
Yeah, a little. They look a little disheveled here in this situation, do the Cardinals. That face-off will come back into the Cardinal end.
Andover plays it back to the point. Solomon's shot stopped up out front. Now far side is Hughes. Nearly had it stripped. Now played back to the point. Shot by Sam was blocked. Got to Hughes. Now down low, trying to get it to Sitars. Sitars now trying to play it back to himself out front. That pass doesn't click. Solomon keeps it in at the line. Jensen. Will play it around behind. Stopped up by Hughes. Sitars back to Sam at the point. He dumps it back in deep. Near side is Jensen first for Andover. 3 Cardinals along the board with him. Sitars digging for it. Comes loose behind the net to McNulty. McNulty plays it for Elson. Elson had it lost in his skates for a second. That's all it takes for the Andover offense to get there. Strong forecheck. Sam stepping up. Wrist shot. Just missed wide. Solomon near side goes down low, skips over the stick of Sitars. Hughes couldn't get to it. Elson just trying to clear it and played it out of over the glass, and that'll get the Cardinals some fresh legs.
They need that. Andover doing a good job of pressuring. Cardinals not able to get it out of their end. 12:20 remaining in this contest. Cardinals in a 3-0 hole.
Played back toward the boards, chipped ahead there by McKenna. Winkler will dump it in. First one there is Milwaukee, kept in on the near side for Coon Rapids by Thompson. Now Andover plays it all the way down. That'll be icing. We'll have a face-off back in the Husky end.
Huskies clearing it out of their end. Cardinals still looking for their first shot on goal here in period number 3.
Behind the net, Morissette overskated a little bit. Morrison Hemp battling on the far side. Morissette pinned by Nowacki. Comes free to Hemp. Winkler chops it off his stick. Now sent in by Kyle Nelson. Behind the net with it, Thompson. Stops up, avoids a check from Hemp. Gets it to Koss. His pass disrupted. Morissette knocked off it. And they're going to call Nowacki for a charge.
And Nowacki looking at the official like, who, me? I barely touched him. But nonetheless, he will serve 2 minutes in the box to think about it. I see it again, just shot from behind. Extends the arms.
Coon Rapids wins the draw, but out of reach for McNulty. He's got to chase it all the way back to his defensive end. Trailed down there by Chase Mears. Exits far side. Skates up, a little bit of a block by Koss. The pass got tangled up in there, but coming away with it is Hess. Hess into the zone, gets around Solomon. Lost the handle behind the net, taken away by Sam Seymour. Hess trying to recover along the midboard. Stops up away from Sears. Puck comes free. Sam Seymour able to clear. Sam Solomon Seymour. It was just Sam Seymour. His brother's Solomon. The Seymour boys.
Wonderful Seymour in the future.
Well, Sam, perhaps he's a sophomore. Solomon, sadly, is a senior.
Horton hurt a heel.
Fredrickson back down low to Hess. Hess trying to wrap around. Puck bounces out front. Clearing attempt. No good for DeSheen. Played back in, but Sam Solomon. And by Sam Solomon, I mean Sam Seymour. Able to clear it away. Sitar's causing problems with the blue line. Forcing the turnover. Puck bouncing around. Finally controlled by Ryan, who carries into the zone for Coon Rapids. Leaves it off for Koss. Disrupted by DeSheen, who plays it all the way back down. Just 15 seconds remaining on this advantage. Just one shot on the power play for the Cardinals.
Yeah, not much offensively for Coon Rapids here on this skater advantage. It's going to end this penalty here, and we'll be back to full strength.
Pitlick can't come out front. Stick check by Nolan Forrest. He'll walk it back in. Cross ice pass deflected away by Ledeen. Covered by Luneman. Flipped back in by the Cardinals. Pitlick can't get around Martell. Recovered by Forrest behind. Set ahead for Bannock. His pass knocked down by Chase Crandall. And now the Huskies able to exit. And here comes Schoen. Schoen between his own legs. Pass out front. Ledeen couldn't get that shot through the traffic. There are Cardinals just falling all over the ice all night. Fired back in by Solomon. Got it right that time.
Proud of you.
Solomon Seymour. The Cardinals will ice it so that they can get fresh legs out there. 8:15 to play in this third period. Andover controlling it 3-0.
Yeah, they've been down in the Cardinal end just about all evening long, pressuring. That's why you're looking at Cardinals with very little offensive output. We'll see a lot of offensive output hopefully on Sports Night. Monday at 7:30 live. Every Monday, mostly.
Sam Seymour's shot deflected and secondary chance swallowed up by Hansen. Jensen not able to put a lot on that rolling puck.
8:08 remaining in the period. The contest.
Jensen keeping Morissette to the boards. Winkler swept it out. Chased down by Solomon Seymour. Takes it behind the net. Stops up to stay away from Jared McKenna. Plays it up. Hughes' pass was behind Sitards, who get it back from Jensen and get it into the zone. Hughes plays it down low. Jensen behind the net. Tangled up there with Winkler. Will get it right back. Backhand pass out front, nobody home. Hughes will bat it out to Nowacki at the point. He'll take a shot through traffic, deflected, went wide. McNulty recovers. Ahead, Morissette gets it to Winkler, gets the line and dumps it in deep. Johnson will leave it there for Martel. Martel with time as he comes out. Now pressured by Fredrickson, gets around that stick check, gets over the red line, dumps it in, and Andover gives chase. Hansen leaves it there. Starkey's pass didn't connect with Fredrickson. Stopped up by Nowacki. Can't keep it in too long. Played back to the corner by Kyle Nelson. Crandall was there. Bounced away from Hemp. Out to the line. Kept in by Martel. McNulty chops at it. It's up out of play, and we have a whistle with 6:39 left.
Again, the Huskies just continue to keep it in the Cardinal end. Coon Rapids to be just with 2 shots on goal here in this period. Just 1.
A little more than 10 minutes into this third period. Well, on the board, it is officially 6-1 shots in this period. But Andover has put 2 past, and both of those came on rebounds. So there's 4 of your shots at least right there.
Well, and not only that, they've been keeping the puck down in the Cardinal end for most of this period as well.
I think Hansen got a piece of that before it went off the crossbar.
Yeah, I think he did as well.
.629 on the clock. Aiden McCumber plays it back in behind. With it is Kyle Nelson. He had it taken away by Koss. Here's Fredrickson through center. Drops it off for Koss. Right back to Fredrickson. Low angle shot. High off the glass. Kept in at the near side blue line by Luneman. Behind the net, Fredrickson stops it up. Poked at by Koss. Hess comes away with it. The shot. And Johnson lost it. Wraparound attempt and nearly dropping it home was Fredrickson. And now it's Johnson without a stick.
He's able to quickly get it as the Huskies able to bring the puck down ice.
Martel's shot, glove save Hansen. Cumber playing it from a knee. Gets it behind the net. Swept back behind by Thompson. Sears is there. Mirrors a wraparound attempt. Hansen makes the save. Hess off the glass and out to center. It skipped over the stick of Sam Seymour all the way back to the Andover end. Circles with it. Voids the pressure from Fredrickson. Ahead. Chopped into the zone by Nick Deschene. Deschene battling there with Luneman in the corner. Fredrickson will come away with it. Gets it ahead for Elson. His pass was knocked off the stick of Thompson at center. Ryan plays it in before taking a hit. And Coon Rapids is in offside.
Good old school music here tonight at the arena. Or if I just call it music, I suppose it's
for you, it's
for me.
Newer.
Yeah, it's probably true.
You were in your 50s when that came out? 20 years ago?
Yeah. 60s.
Played out to center and right back in and by Alex Martel. Behind the net, McNulty flips it on the backhand, gets away from Elson. Bannock trying to keep it back in. Elson ahead. Pitlick getting around the corner on Martel to the backhand and just couldn't get it back in behind Johnson. He had him beat.
Yeah, good opportunity for Coon Rapids. Just couldn't push it past Johnson.
Pitlick trying to center. It went off the pad of Johnson. Elson back out to the point. Starkey plays it back in deep, just out of the reach of Ryan. Played out front by Elson, and Schoen the only one there. He'll get it back now from Bannock. Schoen into the zone, leaves it there. Ledeen will scoop it up and play it back behind. Bannock far corner. Dumps it in, trying to get it to Schoen. Schoen able to come away with it. Here's Bannock and a shot and a goal. Went upstairs, Hansen.
Hansen never
lost
saw
control,
it. Yeah.
lost sight of it as it was in a lot of traffic. Bannock comes away with it and puts it top shelf to really seal this one.
Yeah, again, just continued pressure in front of the Cardinal net, continued presence in the Cardinal zone, and Andover again makes the Cardinals pay for that, giving up that presence in the zone. Just a little wrister.
Great hands by Schoen, but then went off a skate right to Bannock. And Anthony Bannock takes a step and then fires it over the glove hand of Ty Hansen, 4-0. 3:29 to play. Cardinals play it all the way down. Johnson forced to play it. Sam Seymour sweeps it ahead to Hughes, who tips it out of the zone. That pass taken away by Sitar. Sitar's a shot and saved by Hansen. Jensen plays it back down the wall. Luneman will carry out. Get it ahead to Winkler. Now Ike Ruff with his shot that Johnson steers to the glass. Hess can't quite keep it in at the blue line. Here's Jensen going the other way. Go wide, shoot high, miss. And it's played back out at center by Nowacki.
2.5 to go.
Nowacki just a step early as Owen Jensen was a little late exiting the zone. Fredrickson trying to fight through some traffic and does until he's turned around by Nolan Forrest. Stopped up by Starkey. Now sent back out into the Coon Rapids end. Gabe McComber providing the pressure. That's going to be icing as they were looking for Hess at center. 1:53 left.
But for the Cardinals, you got to feel pretty frustrated. You had an opportunity going into the third period. It was 1-0, and unfortunately, they couldn't get anything done offensively, and Andover made them pay.
And it was all about the consistent pressure.
Yep.
Finally paying off for Andover. Blocker save on the shot by Nowacki. We got Sitars out there at defense. Christian Eckert able to play it out to center. Here's Winkler in the zone. He can't get around Sears. Here comes DeSheen up the right wing, and he tripped up over the blue line. Played right in on Hansen. Covered in the corner by Luneman. Skipped away from Morissette. Played right back in as we're under a minute left. Christian Eckert. One kicked ahead by Morissette. Pressuring is Ryan deep in the Andover end. Huskies play it hard off the far board. Schoen recovers. Schoen into the zone. Out front, and Bannock misses wide.
Nice feed from Schoen.
Kid can play.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a smaller player.
Bannock to Schoen, and he scores.
Wow. As you mentioned, he can play. He just created an opportunity for himself. Camped right in front of the net. Able to put it past Hansen for goal number 5 for the Huskies. That's Schoen's 5th goal of the season. We talked about he's the leading scorer. Just a freshman. We haven't mentioned that since the beginning of the game.
Another great setup by Anthony Bannock. He had Ledeen in the high slot, and here you see Schoen just getting up from being down. Skates to the back post unmarked. Bannock finds him, and it's a quick redirect. Great look. See, he's got Ledeen, but the passing lane is cut off. Finds another black jersey. Good night, Irene. It's a 5-0 game.
It's going to drop the Cardinals to 1-5 on the season and move the Huskies to 2-3. They were coming off a 3-game losing streak, so they obviously too needed the win. But
Cardinals, and a shutout for
Cardinals,
Blake Johnson, and his teammates deserve a lot of that credit. They did not allow Coon Rapids to get much pressure. You know, they talk about the best defense is a good offense. That was a prime example.
Absolutely.
They kept it bottled up in the Coon Rapids end and kept all the pressure off of their keeper tonight.
And they won't have a lot of time to think about this loss because they come right back on Thursday, right back here and play Spring Lake Park.
Well, and this was a 1-0 game after 2, and the Huskies wasted no time when they started the third, scored just over a minute in, and then just continued to add to it a couple of late ones to really seal the deal.
Yeah, they definitely did. As Joe will talk a little about, see the highlights here.
Well, and it was, as we talked about, it was all effort. Jensen, great feed, and a follow on Hughes getting his own rebound, and then it was Brent Sears just a little less than a minute and a half later, using his long reach to get around the corner and then to reach back and poke it home. And then it was Schoen setting up Bannock, and Bannock returning the favor late in the game. Schoen creating. Bannock just getting it off the deflection off a skate and going top shelf. And then Bannock right at the end, 16:38, 22 seconds left. You see Schoen go down on the right side of your screen. He gets up, right back into position. Bannock puts it on his tape, and he puts it home. And the Huskies will walk away with a 5-0 victory.
Cardinals ended up being outshot 30-12 in this hockey game. And as you know, Joe, 4 shots on goal per period, not going to cut it.
It's not going to get the job done most nights unless you only give up 2 per period.
Absolutely.
Well, we taking our show on the road next week. Do a little boys basketball, girls basketball on Tuesday.
Yep. First chance to see them.
And then we take them on the road on Thursday for that wrestling meet. We get to see the girls basketball team again on Monday the 21st. Taking on Forest Lake. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from the Coon Rapids Ice Center. It's Andover 5, Coon Rapids 0. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.